Not to turn the conversation immediately all about me, but very recently, I suffered a catastrophic accident and had to have emergency surgery. Okay, so I had a catastrophic accident and I had to have emergency surgery. I'll tell you really quickly what happened. Trigger warning, I'm not joking. I knocked over I bumped into a bookshelf, because we have books in my house. And on top of that bookshelf was a glass bottle. That glass bottle was filled with water. It fell onto the ground and I, Scooby-Doo, slipped into the water and onto the glass. So I had to go to the hospital, okay? So I go to Woodhull Hospital, because it's right by my house. And I go to the hospital, and you guys ever meet a stand-up comic in real life that's just like, oh, this motherfucker can't turn it off, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not that kind of comic usually, but I found out that at the hospital, I definitely am. Like, I'm the worst at the hospital. I was like, definitely like doing like a late night monologue. I was like, hey, you guys see this? You heard about this? Stand-up comedian, possibly in shock, uses their hilarious personality to get triaged sooner, maybe! You know what I mean? Like, I was just like freaking out the whole time, talking to the staff, like that, exactly like that. It's like, hi, I'm a hilarious comedian. Will I have a hand after this? I'm still gonna need it. And so what happened after that is I'm at Woodhull Hospital. Like I said, it's important that I mention that I'm at Woodhull Hospital, because they said to me after a medical professional finally looked at my hand, which was like lacerated in multiple places, they said, oh, we should send you to the hospital. No joke. And I swear to God, I was like, I know I've lost a significant amount of blood. I was watching it on the sidewalk on my way here. But I thought I was at the hospital. And they said, you don't want us to do this to you here. I know, it's crazy. So they sent me to Bellevue, and I met a bunch of medical professionals there who are significantly more professional in general. One of them was the surgeon who ended up fixing. Spoiler alert, my hand is okay, but you can see the scars. It's like it was bad. So I told the surgeon what I'm about to get operated on, and the surgeon is talking to me and said, what happened? And I told him what I told you. And he said, and I quote, that sounds like some Final Destination type shit. I don't know if you've ever had a person who's about to save your life tell you that the thing that happened to you sounds like Final Destination shit, but it's unsettling. It doesn't make me feel better. Like, have you guys watched Final Destination? If I survive, it's not the end of the movie. I gotta watch all my friends die after that, bro. Like, that's not fun. And then the anesthesiologist walked in as I was literally saying that to the surgeon, because I told you I am the worst. And the anesthesiologist goes, don't worry, you're young, you'll wake up. And then he puts a mask on my face. It sounds exactly like the type of shit that would be said at the beginning of the Final Destination movie that I'm I want y'all to know that don't become my friend right now, because I'm very cool, but you might die, is what I'm saying. Anyway, I obviously survived. But yeah, no, it's fine. You don't know me well enough to know whether it's a good thing or not. Obviously, yeah, I survived. But I had something weird happened. An acquaintance of mine sent me a text that was basically like, "Hey, heard about the injury to your wrist. Heard you slashed your wrist up pretty bad. If you ever want to talk to anybody, let me know." Which is it, like he was leading from a place of kindness, but like, I didn't do this on purpose. I did not do this on purpose. I didn't do this on purpose. Bro, you think I did this on purpose? Man, I mean, listen. He's not completely off base. I'm a very depressed, anxious person. But like, if I were going to do it in my living room, spraying blood on the walls is not the way I want it done. Like, I'm not an asshole. You know what I mean? Like, I'm depressed. I turn things inward. I'm not jumping in front of the train. You know what I mean? How many people am I inconveniencing today? Only one. It's gonna be pills on my bed. You're gonna find me serenely asleep if I'm not going to do it, but I'm just saying, if that was a thing, it's not a thing. I'm here now. I've got new things to talk about. You're never gonna see. No, you're never gonna see the end of me now. That's what I said to him. And, okay, so, but the funny thing about that is, I am an extremely existential person. Like, I'm not suicidal, but I never did want to be alive. Did you guys consent to being alive? Did any of you do that? No, of course not. One day you're just here, and you gotta do it right, or people yell at you, and I don't think that's very fair. And it's not like life is like, like fun all the time, 100% of your time in your life that you didn't get to choose the form or fashion of is fun, right? It's not like you're getting like leaves waved and berries put in you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so sometimes you have great sex. It's not all bad, right? Like there's good stuff, but that's like statistically like 4 or 5 times in your life, and the rest is just a menagerie to all of your human embarrassments. Do you feel me? You wouldn't take this contract in a million years. My parents don't like when I talk like that. They're like, you were such a happy kid. We like, you were, and I think they just forget that like, I was there. Like, dog, I was there. I was not having a good time, and you weren't either. Let's not lie about it. Y'all were raising me, and you do not seem like you liked each other very much, and you certainly didn't seem like you were not stuck. You know what I'm saying? You get it? Okay. I don't. Like, here's the thing. Like, I'm black and genderqueer, so like there are humans who hate me just for being alive, which is hilarious to me because it seems like a tremendous waste of their time. Like what? Nobody hates me for being alive more than I do. It's not a competition. Join the club. They have a club. I can't join it. I can't join it. I don't know, man. Like I just like I don't know. I talk to them. I don't know. Here's the thing. My parents, like, they talk to me about, like, wanting to have a family and all this shit, and it's like, you guys don't remember when you were screwing this up for me? Like, it's, you guys just had sex one day, and I popped out. Like, I wasn't, like, banging on the side of my dad's scrotum trying to, like, get out, you know what I mean? So, and then statistically speaking, remember just a minute ago, it wasn't one of those 4 or 5 times that they conceived of me, right? So they had mediocre sex and made a 3rd depressed person. This is really on them. For real. I don't know how to explain that to them in a way that doesn't make them immediately want to disown me, but that's how I feel about it, and it's not going to change. It's been 30 redacted years, and I'm older than I look. People always think I'm in my 20s, but I am literally laying on the floor right after I get out of bed in order to stretch my back so that I am not immobile for the rest of the day, years old. That is how old I am now, and it's wild. I'm gonna abruptly pivot. It's not gonna be bad, but normally there's a lead up to from where I was to where I am, but I'm out of time because you guys are so fun. I'm a feminist, and I think that we need a real solution for gender inequality, and I think I have a solution. I'm not so fucking pretentious as to think I have the solution, but I have a solution. I think that we should, and this is radical, stick with me, kill most men! Kill most of the men! Now, look, not any of you, you're here, we're together. But like, it shouldn't be 50-50 AFAB to AMAB people, it should be more like 90-10. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should live like lions. You guys know about lion pride societies? I do, because I researched it for this show. Lions live in prides. It's mostly a femme-centric society. Female lions stick together, and they have one maximum out of the 20, 30 sisters in the lion pride. They have one man that they can tolerate. Do you think that if we live like that, the dudes will be slipping shit into people's drinks and touching people without their fucking consent? No, because any time that a dude did that, he'd have to remember that for anybody he does that to, she has 20 to 30 sisters also at the bar, ready and willing to take you up to the R train and Mufasa you off the side. They'd be like, oh, come on, ladies, take your jokes. That's what they say. Come on, don't do it. Don't throw me off the... No.